I'm good to go. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. All right. So if we are all good to go, my first question is, who remembers what happened last time?
Last
Uh,
time,
Everyone regathered again at the Meadowton farm, or is it a farm? Yeah. And
yeah, it was.
zombies happened, and you guys did a fantastic job taking them down. So proud of you guys. Scully's car is now in the shop. And poor Impala. Which, by the way, I did the math. Uh, Depending on how much you need to do, it ranges from like just over 1,000 to about $4,000.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
depending on how much of that suspension and like all of that
Was
stuff.
ruined.
Yeah, depending on how much of that you need to replace, like that's your range.
Damn.
Also, Nebraska's
I mean, he's got
hourly
a
rate,
motorcycle now, so.
right? Nebraska's hourly rate is so much cheaper than North Carolina's.
Oh, you
Like,
mean for auto repair?
yeah, like my Ford does 209 205, and depending if you go to a dealership or not, it like is a variance of like $20, but like dealership was 175, while like a mom and pop was 125.
From what I understand, that might be because if you're a shop, you're competing with the 800 other people who have their own little shops and will just are. I don't know. Farmers tend to be more willing to just work on their own shit
Oh yeah,
and like will only put stuff in as a last resort, or if it's just annoying to deal with, and if you need like proprietary like tools and parts and shit.
right. Um. So yeah. Then what did we? What else did we do?
The train
Oh,
derailment.
train derailment. Which is I did. I don't know why. I always kept thinking there was something that happened before then, but I guess not.
You went and spoke with uh well, his parents, his father. You went and saw him because you were gonna have a conversation. Uh, Another one is that Mr. Billington had a occult revelation where he learned more about his guide, as it is called in game terms. And oh, uh, the conspiracy theorists are now armed.
Oh yeah.
We got
um.
guns.
Oh,
Oh,
I
and
added the
Professor Murfson
anti-tank
is
rifle
dead.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that happened last session, but he is dead. It might have been the session before, actually.
Maybe. Yep.
You're welcome.
Is that a soundboard? That was perfect.
Yes, you're welcome.
Damn.
Yeah, and then from there, everything just got super sad and depressing. Yay! And then, I'm sorry, I don't mean to gloss over that, but I've been crying on and off all week.
That is a significant boost to my ego.
Brody broke me before. You remember, Brody? You got me bawling in the fucking chat.
You were also 12 beers deep in an 8-hour long session.
that didn't change the fact that, like, dude, damn, you made me like straight up cry playing D&D.
This is definitely my first Brody moment of I have feelings too. Even though it's like has nothing to do with my character, and I'm just on the sidelines. I'm like, oh my god, Brody.
Yeah.
Two things.
Thank you.
One,
I think
in the discourse, this is called bleed, and like it's just such a weird way of saying it. But yes, reading stories makes you feel things. It's part of the reason why we like stories. Number two, I don't know how I feel about calling it a Brody moment. I'm gonna have to parse through that.
I mean, at this point for me, I feel like whenever I'm playing in your campaigns, when it's me, it's totally on the table for a super sad scene to happen because this is like the second, technically third time you've killed someone that was important to any character I played. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm chosen by Brody because he knows I can play a character that will make you cry dealing with the scene. That's what I feel like. I feel like you choose me because I'm like, yeah, he'll make you cry. He'll feel bad. He'll play the super sad character and all depressed.
I think it's you and Dan usually.
Yeah, Dan is great as well. I think Dan is fantastic. I miss Dan. I want to play with Dan.
I miss Dan too. But back in the present. Where we left off last time is you guys at Split, where some of you were drinking your feelings away at what was it, 2 in the afternoon on a
Really?
Friday.
Yeah. I mean,
Love that.
the
Love
I
video
thought it was.
said that it was. We started drinking at 10 a.m.
Yeah, I was about to say. I thought I started drinking at 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Alright.
rewatched the Lizzie's video and I was like, yeah, it said 10 a.m. And I was like, okay, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
You're not wrong. So while that was going on, you met a Sherwin, who is the sole survivor of the mongrels, who came in and lore dumped a little bit on you, and basically said, "Oh, hey, here's the deal. Here's like the very generic basics." He handed you a book that explained a little bit, and that book was absolutely not the Werewolf the Apocalypse core rulebook, Splat book. But a thing that happened, and I wasn't going to do this at first, but you said the right words, and you said it with enough conviction and passed the wits test that you have been blessed by Gaia in a very specific way. Um, and that will have consequences in the near future. But in the meantime, uh, let's
That's
see.
why I
The
have
other,
this new ability.
yes, no, because
Okay.
the specific language you use talking about your emotions, like
Mhm.
you did this a lot actually, where you accidentally played into the werewolf archetype like very well, and it, despite not knowing anything about it, which is fun.
What can I say? It's what I do.
But while that was going on, a Mr. Let's see here, Mr. Dickory was off. Mr. Radman actually went off to investigate, where he met a local reporter. He looked around the crash site and was like, "Oh yeah, no, this was a terrorist attack. Like there were gunshots, chemical spilled everywhere, massive claw marks that he correctly guessed he correctly guessed is probably related to the same type of creature you saw the other day." He left, had a brief altercation with the reporter who was in the area, and went their separate ways. And that is when we all went our separate ways until this week, until right now. Yeah. So I'm just how long? I guess how do I put this? Radcliffe, do you go back to Gillies to share what you learned?
I feel like it will be important, especially since basically they said that they're not coming, that they're just getting drunk
The
or
text was
whatever.
more of like, "Hey, we'll be a minute. See us, like, like give us a sec." But it's probably been hours now, and you're like, "Okay, they're not coming. Let me."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would definitely start heading back. Hey, because you guys didn't tell us where you were at.
Uh,
Didn't we say
Anastasia
Gillies at the beginning?
probably would have like give you a pin or something of like, "Hey, this is where we at if you need to find us." Or
Alright.
shit happens or
Yeah.
whatever.
Then yeah, I would be heading there. to meet with him.
Very good. You know where it is. It's a local bar. It's not that hard to find. And even if you didn't know where it was, Google Maps is a thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, when he walks in the front door, what does he see?
How long has it been since Sherwin left?
We'll say maybe about half an hour, 45 minutes.
Anastasia is probably found paper and is making flyers.
I think Scully's just looking a bit more focused, trying to. I may be playing around with the revolver he got last session, or not like playing around with it, but inspecting it a bit more and getting used to it. I guess he's not. Yeah,
Just
it's not
sit
a
down.
toy. He just. Yeah, I don't want him to look like an edgelord or anything. It's like he's just inspecting it and making sure
I was just thinking of
everything's
like the
right.
westerns of like the gun flippings and like the fast hole.
Yeah.
He's a real cowboy.
He might have a beer in front of him, but he understands he might have to ride in a bit, so he doesn't want to get shit-faced.
What about you, Bob? What are you doing?
Honestly, I'm just trying to organize everything that we have so far, since something big is coming our way, something intentional. I need to start trying to put the pieces together. So I guess I'm going to start turning this part of the side of my van into that, connecting strings to different bits of evidence.
Get a whiteboard. I'm sure there's whiteboard markers around, if not those chalk pens. It's a bar.
Do you have any points in Enigma's investigation?
I don't believe so. No.
Jesus Christ.
Give me a intelligence roll at difficulty 8 then.
I was looking at my own stats for that. That's why I said Jesus Christ. I realized if you asked me that, I'd have to tell you I have 0 in both.
You begin putting up the what you have, basically, the ideas of what you're used to, what you're working with, the intelligence you've collected, the experiences you guys have had, and now adding this new string of murders in what it was that Sherwin told you. And you as a player are going to be able to draw your own insights. I will not provide any more.
What do we remember? It's Mayor Bonsanto is pulling in chemicals from out of the area by train. We don't know where from. And spilling it into the water supply for what purpose? Do we know?
Mayor Bonsanto is an agronomics plant where basically they do a lot of genetic testing, like for GMOs, and they also do some synthesizing of products such as fertilizers, herbicides, pesticides, that sort of thing. What you know is the train was leaving the Mayor Bonsanto plant when it was attacked.
Oh, okay. It wasn't coming here, it was leaving here.
Yeah, so we were heavily like assuming, I guess, they're shipping out their chemicals that they've created that they've been testing throughout our town.
Yeah.
Now, because it was intentional, this isn't a byproduct of them doing testing, and it's just like we're trying to create a new herbicide, and it just so happens to create zombies. It's no, we're trying to create zombies or whatever these things are.
Yeah, they're trying to spread decay, and in doing so, they found this chemical, and they're poisoning our waters to hopefully get to the source here. I forgot the name of the spirit, but it's essentially, in like science terms, it's the big aquifer under Fort Buffalo.
It is not just under Fort Buffalo. It is the big aquifer under the majority of the Great Plains. It is called the Ogallala Aquifer. I'll actually bring a picture in so you guys can look at it. I'll put it in the WAD chat here.
Cute.
You can see why it's important to people who live in Nebraska. It is the premier, like, it's where like water comes from here. Like, this is what we tap into for our wells. It's where the water in my house comes from. It's how farmers are able to water their crops. This is why there was a lot, not enough, but a lot of pushback against the Keystone XL pipeline even coming through Nebraska at all.
Oh Jesus, that's huge.
Yeah, and actually, you did kind of hit on it where you mentioned there was a spirit. Sherwin did talk about a spirit associated with the aquifer, but yeah. And then actually, Scully, since you were given that, go ahead and give me an intelligence occult roll, difficulty 7.
Intelligence. Difficulty 7. 2 successes.
There's like always been like a few rumors, and like reading through, like parsing through this book that's been given to you, and hearing, like, remembering like what it was your parents have said, there's always been like this undercurrent of someone is trying to corrupt people. Like, and the way your parents always talked about, like, they wouldn't let you watch like the same TV shows as the other people in town, like, because it's like that, like, they would literally talk about it in terms of corruption. Like, you thought maybe it was a bit hypocritical from like a biker gang to be talking about spiritual corruption, but this really does seem like a literal version of that, like trying to corrupt souls a little. As kooky as that sounds to you, Mr. I don't believe in the supernatural.
Yeah, it interacts with them. You still can put 2 and 2 together in all this. I mean, I convey that all to the group. Yeah. Actually, do we need to explain that, or everybody got it right?
I got it.
Did my audio cut out? Hello?
No, you're there. I'm just
Okay.
As at this
Yeah.
point, you would get a text, Anastasia. Actually, Scully, you'd get this too. It's from Emily, and it's basically the text just basically says, "LOL, isn't this that weird guy you were hanging out with?"
Oh.
And there's an article attached.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
There's a new new Fort Buffalo Gazette under breaking. And actually, this is of note. Actually, if you'll remember, at some time soon, Scully is going to be brought in for questioning in regards to the investigation here.
Ann Smith is who we were hanging out with?
No, Emily Strong.
Oh yeah, I know her. Because Ann Smith we don't really do much with, but Emily Strong is your roommate.
Yeah,
And
your psych buddy.
yeah. Yep.
But no, it's in regards to the most recent article. And actually, looking at the picture, you do see a person crouched in a creek bed with a pair of binoculars who looks remarkably like Radman.
Radman. Radman.
Amazing.
This shouldn't be this easy. The Where's Waldo?
I don't think Redman's here.
No comment. I had a slip up, okay? Those reporters are sneaky.
I see.
Did he
Okay.
tiptoe up behind you?
Basically. They're as sneaky as Bigfoot at times.
You know, there's nothing wrong with that analogy. Really. There's nothing wrong with that analogy.
I'm going to leave that where that is.
So yeah, my question to you guys is, how do you want to continue your investigation? Or what do you want to do with the information you currently have?
So I was going to ask this. We've sent in our samples a while back.
Yep.
Is that facility, yeah, are the samples done? Or is, I was worried that you were describing last session that the facility got fucked up by the train derailment.
Oh, Lord, no. No, it's a couple miles away. No, the samples, like, that particular test, it takes, like, 48 hours to run. Like, you need to freeze the samples, freeze-dry them, grind them, and then do, like, 2 days worth of extracts and waiting. It won't be ready until about Monday or so.
Okay. I mean, do we have any other leads? I mean, I guess we could go back to Meadowton now that it's cleared out and do more samples if we wanted to. Other than that, that's all I can think of at the moment. Having samples from at least 2 of the 4 locations that Mayor Monsanto is connected to, and showing bad results as a result of what they've been doing, would probably hit pretty hard against them on a social standard. On the other alternative, I could say Scully could do some pressure towards the campus. He has a surprising amount of influence when it comes to my resources in the character sheet. 2 of my resources, my contacts and my backers, are the campus staff. Like, I have Dean, like, Scully's got Deans in his back pocket, and he's got the Dean of Biology behind him, too, because, like, it's what he said at the beginning of the campaign. It's like, it's all about, like, they see a kid that they're like, oh my god, that guy's gonna be great. We need to back him because in the future, like, it'll be useful for us. It'll be
He'll be making
that
papers.
kid's gonna do thing. Yeah, that kid's gonna be doing things. So they back him because they're like, yeah, he'll succeed. So his backers are like the biology dean and like the dean of academics at the school.
And
So he could get some real say with that, and a lot of the go-to and positives can come from the university. University has a lot of say. The only worry I'd have would be they could threaten the school with their. I'm sure they do donations to them.
Isn't the dean dead?
Isn't the dean what?
Isn't the dean dead?
No, that was I'm blanking on his name, but the dean of the biology dean, his name
Rickerson.
is I think it was Branch. Yeah,
Dr.
Paul
Branch.
Branch.
He was the gentleman.
It was.
He was the doctor you guys worked with directly in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Rurkson was a biology professor.
Yep.
Actually, I think it was technically chemistry, but he was doing water studies, ecological studies.
Yeah, it was one of the professors under Paul Branch, but he wasn't. It wasn't Paul Branch. I still have all my sources.
Dr. Oh, okay. I was about to say Dr. Rickerson. I thought was the dean, and he's the dead one.
Nah.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah. Those were the two plans I had thought of. I would think that we could get some samples, as well as Scully could try to pull some strings at the university. It's just like Scully's whole thought process at this moment is if he's gonna do this, he's gonna get his quote-unquote vengeance. He doesn't want to do it in this brutal, violent way because he doesn't think that'll actually achieve anything. He wants to systematically go through the processes that the entire city would normally use and ruin them that way.
Well, I also have access to basically the school body and rallying everyone.
Yeah. He wasn't even really thinking about that because he doesn't want to he doesn't want to use anyone for it.
Well, that's why you would do the demonstrations in places that are kind of either on the campus or downtown or
I was meaning more he doesn't want to use Anastasia's influence is what he was more getting at. He didn't want to take other characters and go, oh yeah, I'm going to use your assets without your permission to do things.
She would offer to help rally the troops.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are you guys ready to protest and rally? No rioting. We're trying to keep this peaceful. That's later.
I mean, I've seen you do your protesting pretty often. Are you usually the one leading them, or I know you're.
No, I'm not the leader. That is another person. She does all the organization. I just come up with ideas and make the posters and shit.
Could you guys?
I can help you.
I'll just tell you.
Any setup if you need it.
I'll just let you guys know. Mayor Monsanto has a lot of popular support, especially at the university. Remember, they didn't just bail out a person who was being unlawfully held and set up. They have housing programs for the students who are unable to find affordable housing in the school. Hell, they donate food to the local elementary schools.
Oh yeah, no, this is not going to be easy. At all.
Oh yeah, that's what Scully thought too. He's like, yeah, I can do a bunch of destroying of their reputation, but it will only do so much.
We gotta get good.
We need definitive evidence that puts them very badly on the clock, and even then we have to watch them for a while, because the chance that we just take them down completely is so incredibly low.
Well, the question also is, do we want to say that what they're doing is causing people to turn infected?
No, we leave that out. As much as we want to tell people that, you come across as crazy if you say that.
Right.
I mean, I was thinking we would head to Meadowton. I have some sources in the university we could focus on putting some type of pressure on Mayor Basento. But in the meantime, we could collect some more samples from the Bainstein farm or the Greymore place, as well as Middleton. Middleton is the safest place at the moment because we've been there and we've seen what happened. We could collect some samples, get some more testing, and show what they're doing. And if we get some, I kind of like look over at Radcliffe and I'm like, if you have photos or anything of them bringing in materials or sources or anything, we could end up using that later on and show off the fact that they'll know what these chemicals does to the environment and to the people here. So we could use that against them, and yet they still bring them in.
All I got were pictures of the accident on me. I don't have anything past that.
Well, we can worry. You have pictures of the accident?
I was just there.
I mean,
there
we
was
saw
one more
an article.
weird thing happened while you were there.
Yeah, the guy sniffing the air. That was weird.
Can I can you send me these photos?
I don't see a reason why not to. Yeah.
Thanks. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
How much has he had to drink?
No,
What?
I'm talking in character with all this. He was in character. Oh, well, actually, that's actually a good question. In character.
I thought it was in character.
Yeah, he was. He lost his train of thought when you started talking about the accident, which his family was involved in. So he was like completely thrown for a loop. That was more. As much as he wanted to continue his focus on things, he lost focus
I lost count.
because he was. Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys want to head back to Middleton and go investigate that, now that it's ostensibly a little safer, that's probably not a bad idea.
Might be the schmoo here.
I don't mind going back because we never got a sample. A little scared to go back because what if there's more?
Honestly, at the end of the day, like, you can protest as much as you'd like, and we can attempt to sue them, but these companies are so large and so powerful that there's nothing that we can do in the public facing regard to actually like harm a company like this. The only thing you can actually do is like physically go in and do as your parents try to do it and physically stop them at their source. Unless you apply force, nothing is going to change in any of this.
Yes, I mean I agree, and I understand that. I just want to make sure that we can't be too overt with our actions, or we'll have the law against us as well. What I'm hoping that we go against and we hit them with is mainly focusing on we can destroy their social image, and with their social image and dropping down, a lot of their actions will be more watched by the public than we will need to.
Hit them at their
And
investors and
it's-
their stocks.
Exactly. destroy their image to the public, and we won't be able to have more influence against watching them. But you're right, we can't destroy them completely. They're too ingrained in the city. But at least we can watch over them and influence it. There's something we can do there. I'm gonna change the battery on my headset, so just one sec.
Yeah, I'm real glad you're all about the peaceful protests, because that's clearly been working.
We're doing protests? That's the plan?
I'm just bitching.
If the protest
Yeah,
gets
so you're
big
doing
enough.
protests, and you're gathering data, and then like I can sue them, and then we can blast all their dirty laundry on conspiracy networks. Like, my only concern is, even with all of that, would they even care? Or would they just treat us as flies? You're like, oh, you're just being a nuisance.
Yeah, well, like, what Scully's trying to say is he's totally on board with doing some actual physical actions against them. Like, exactly what you're suggesting. But it has to be... If they do it overtly, if we do it overtly in front of cameras, they're just gonna blast us as criminals or terrorists.
Yeah.
He means, like, we should do this... we should do both. If they're gonna do any of the actions actually physically, it has to be subtle. They can't show who they are. And on the public affairs side, he wants to bring the public to our side. Because if the public's on our side, then anything that happens with Mayor Monsanto is going to outweigh it. As much as they have... You can look at a lot of modern day businesses and groups in general. As much as they do great things for their communities, they still get ridiculed because everyone's like, well, you're awful people because you do this. And they're like, oh, but we actually help out a shit ton of communities. And like, we don't care. We're going to do it anyways. You're awful people. You know? Villainize people that are just kind of there.
What's
That makes
that
sense?
magic trick called where it's like you keep their focus in one place so that they don't see the quote magic happening? It's essentially what we're trying to do, where it's like they focus on the protest. Yes, they see those as flies, but in the quiet and the happening on the other side is we're bombing their facilities. I mean,
Yeah.
in Minecraft.
Scully, you're getting a phone call.
Okay.
Ring ring, ring ring.
You do
Ring,
not
ring, ring.
recognize the number.
I pick up.
Hi, is this Scully Monroe?
This is...
Hi, this is Elijah from Fort Buffalo Tire and Auto. We're just calling to let you know that your vehicle is ready for pickup.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful. Our app will be open today until 5 p.m. and we look forward to seeing you.
Alright, thank you.
They just hang up.
Yeah, I probably hung up right after thank you. The second thank you. I have to go pick up my car.
No, you don't. Not right now.
I don't?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Did you forget?
Understandable. As
I
one
don't know
does.
how many you are in. I lost count of both of us.
Oh, yeah, completely. Well, that's fair. Good argument. We're surprisingly...
You guys did both pass your stamina rolls.
We
So
did.
you're
That's
fine.
true, yeah. Well, like as Brody described us, Midwest sober. Like
Word sweaty,
you're
sir.
buzzed, but yeah. But that's your norm.
Hey.
Yeah, Scully can. He'll probably start using water as much as he wants to be drunk for like kind of today. He knows he has to be responsible. Is everyone all right with Meadowton? And Anastasia, if you'd like, you can. When it comes, we may visit the Baines Team Family Farm or the Greymare Place, or even Test Plot 21. Um, you could wait in the car. You don't
I'll wait
let us figure out what,
by the car? I don't know. We'll see.
or actually, you have to wait on my bike, but
You're not driving!
not right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to drive right now. I'm not that. We'll wait a bit. I'm gonna have some water, relax for a bit. But I mean, we could head to Meadowton later and get the
At
samples
night?
then. What?
We have 2 other vehicles. We don't have to go at night.
Yeah, we can wait till tomorrow.
I mean, okay.
It is currently 1 p.m.
Yeah,
And
like,
this is assuming you guys are spending a bit to sober up, drink some water, have some bar food that's in the here.
Yeah, we could wait a few hours.
Yeah, you guys got time. You can. Nothing's stopping you. And actually, while you're in the bar, there will be a knock at the front door.
I'm probably
Anastasia.
behind the bar, so I'm probably the furthest away from the door. But if nobody answers it, Scully will get himself.
Anastasia probably went to go get it. I thought Bob was outside. Is Bob outside?
I was hanging with you.
Oh, okay. Well, you said you started drawing on your truck or your van, so
Oh yes.
we didn't put the van inside the bar.
No. Because you're. This is after you were both heavily drinking, or is this right after you were both heavily drinking?
Right after.
This is right after, yeah. Scully's been like cleaning the dishes while he has like a beer at the table. Like he's been cleaning some of the dishes, the cups, and all that. Just well, and then he hears the door knock, and he just looks over and he kind of looks at the group.
Then yeah, I'm in the parking lot currently. I'm just waiting on them.
In that case, while you're in the parking lot, you see a cop car pull up, and this guy get out. I have to hang on, sir. This guy get out.
Oh no, it's broken. Hang on.
Just refresh your page,
Yeah.
and then I will show again.
Thanks.
Grizzled cop.
Do you're from the area, right, Bob?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll me an intelligence streetwise check to see if you know this guy.
Jesus.
This is Officer Cooper. He's a long time. He's been on the force for a little bit. You don't know about if he has like family in the area or anywhere, anything like that. He was just kind of showed up like about a year or two ago. He's. I don't know. You never hear people getting pulled over by him or anything, but like what interactions you have heard about, apparently he's a douche. That's about all you know.
Like he believes too strongly in the law, douche, or like he's self-righteous, douche, or
He's got an agenda, douche.
You, as a lawyer, you would have dealt with enough law enforcement officers and the people who deal with law enforcement officers to know that If it was any of those things, they would describe him as self-righteous or a hard-ass. The exact word they use to describe Officer Cooper is a douche, or more accurately sometimes, a bully.
Huh, he let the power of the badge get to him.
Yep.
I will duck in my vehicle if he hasn't noticed me. Do I need to roll stealth?
Yes, roll me a dexterity stealth. I will roll a perception alertness.
Damn. Damn.
Tie goes to the door.
Oh.
Roll? One second, let me
Nice.
refresh my page.
Well done.
6. And your specialty, yep, your specialty would have counted. You see him come up. He gets out of the car. He looks around for a second and like turns his head towards you because he thought he saw something out of the corner of his eye, but you've already ducked back in the van. He walks up.
Quickly call Anastasia and say that, oh, you probably have had to deal with this officer before with your protests, that it's Officer Cooper.
Anastasia will open the door after he knocks.
Well, did she get my call before he knocks? Is my only question.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Do you try to call her or do you send a text?
How quick are those fingers?
I would attempt to call.
Anastasia, your phone starts to ring, and someone's knocking at the door.
She answers the phone as she walks towards the door.
It's Officer Cooper at the door.
Lovely.
And I quickly hang up. I don't want to get too much attention. I just wanted to flag him.
I'm sure there's like a ways to the door from the bar.
You start walking towards the door. It's Officer Cooper. Immediately a bad step.
No, she will call over her shoulder to everyone else and be like, "Look sharp." The popo's here. And then
How sharp do the two of you look, Radman and Scully?
I don't look I don't look too great. I mean, I think as Scully got woken up in the morning by all this shit, he hasn't done any, I guess, as people might describe it, beautification. So his hair might be a little wild this morning. He's probably wearing relative just normal clothes. He's got the biker jacket on. He looks a little disheveled, and I mean he's had a few drinks. So
I would look for like an outdoorsman, so not the cleanest, like I've been outside for a while, but not overly dirty.
Yeah, so Anastasia will open the door with like the biggest smile and like absolutely dripping with happiness and oozing like she's so happy to see this person, and be like, "Officer, what can we do for you this evening or this afternoon?"
Is that alcohol I smell?
I'm not behind a steering wheel, so it doesn't matter.
this is a bar.
This is a bar, yeah. I
Did you expect to come here? Like, I guess
I missed
say it in character, probably from behind the bar counter. I mean, it's a bar, so you can probably expect to smell alcohol.
All right. He sees Radman standing there, just like, I have a few questions for you, but I'm actually here to poke around the bar and begin conducting an investigation in the unfortunate train derailment that happened earlier today.
Do you have a warrant?
I do not. I
Then
was
you-
under the impression that this would be empty.
I do apologize, but it is not. And the owner of the bar is indisposed at this time, so I think you should come back with a warrant. And she says this in the most sickly, sweet, happy-go-lucky voice.
Scully is like stunningly happy about how fucking great Anastasia is doing.
Well, I'll be sure to do that. You keep your nose clean, alright?
And you keep your ass safe. She slams the door. And then quickly texts Bob, let us come inside when he's gone.
After that,
Bob, give
Can
me
I-
a perception alertness check. You watch as he pulls out in his patrol car, goes around the block, and parks in a parking lot on the corner, and just waits.
I messaged that to Anastasia. I just texted to her, and he's just staking me at the bar now. What should I do?
I'm guessing Bob's van's in the line of sight. Because he's like got his eye on the place.
Correct, yes.
Okay. Damn. Sorry, looking something up. I call Bob and put him on speakerphone, and I walk back over to everybody and be like, okay, so he's still staking out this place. He doesn't have a warrant, and that's not okay. Like,
I mean, Scully says through that like window that like into the like kitchen that you have at like bars and stuff like that, in restaurants in general. He kind of says it through the window because he actually went in making food, because we've had a little bit much to drink. We should put some food in our stomachs, but he kind of says through the window, honestly, guessing he's probably waiting for us to get out to our vehicles, probably thinking that he wants an excuse to pull us over for drinking and driving. That's my guess.
Scully, your phone's ringing again.
Oh, shit. Okay, I answer. Put it on my shoulder while he's making the food.
Well, hi, is this Scully Monroe?
I'm guessing, who is this?
Hi, Scully. Well, first of all, I want to say I'm very sorry about your loss. The town grieves with you, and there are counseling services available, and I'll be sure to hand them over to you. But unfortunately, as it stands right now, there is bit of a bit of formality that has to be gone through, and I understand it's going to be it could be hard, but it's usually best to get these things done as quick as possible. So, sorry, where are my manners? I'm Officer Hellenap. I'm with the Fort Buffalo, the Buffalo County Sheriff's Department. We're hoping to get you basically have you come down to the station to give a statement. There's no rush on this. This is at your own leisure. I understand it's a lot to go through. I mean, I remember burying my parents. But we just wanted to get this done sooner rather than later. Memory is important on a thing like this, and clock's ticking. We don't have a subpoena for you or anything, so we cannot compel your testimony. We're just asking at the moment if you would like to come on down and help answer some questions we might have about the case.
Alright, well, firstly, thank you for being more cordial about it. Everyone has been more, I guess, combative and complicated about it. Yeah, I'll see is there a specific time that you would need me to come in at, or just any time work for you guys?
Oh, whenever it's convenient for you. I'm on the clock no matter what, so it's just whatever's easy for you.
Thank you. It'll probably be a little bit. After hearing about the loss, myself and some friends partook in a few drinks, so we're making sure that we are good people and not get too drunk before we do anything. So
I will say, out of character,
come in when I can.
there is the city hall is literally a couple of blocks away, and
I could walk there.
Yeah, and the
Got it.
police station is a couple blocks away in the other direction. Like it is within easy walking distance. Downtown is very small.
Got it. Yeah, then I'll rephrase what he says. Yeah, give me maybe half an hour, actually probably a little bit more than that, to an hour, and I'm swing by, answer any questions that you can, whether you need to know. Thank you for being very kind about it.
Yep, and just to let you know, you are not under investigation at the moment, but if you do want an attorney present, that is your right, and we can have a public defender brought up for you. Unless you have one on retainer, and I know this might sound a little bit sketchy coming from me, an officer, but you shouldn't need a lawyer for a thing like this. But again, it's your decision if you want to. I'm just saying don't bankrupt yourself for this,
I understand. I'm not worried you're calling me in to arrest me or anything. You're nicer than others have been about this, so I'll come in and I'll talk to you guys at whatever fashion you need. I'll just need a bit before I can come on in.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to talking with you. When you get there, just ask for me, Officer Hallenap, and I'll be sure to get you set down, set up, and it shouldn't take more than about 45 minutes. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right. You have a good day, sir.
You too.
Was that them calling you in for, quote, questions?
Yeah, there was some questions. Officer Helena, the nice one.
Nice. Okay. You know cops can lie to you, right?
Say again?
Cops can lie to you. They're
I know,
allowed to
but-
lie.
Officer Helena is seemingly nice about a lot of things. Have I met Officer Helena before? Because I'm assuming with the previous officer, whose name I'm blanking on right now, my family had a bunch of run-ins with him. That's my guess. But Officer Helena, I don't. Would Scully No?
Give me an intelligence streetwise, difficulty 6. By the way, I love streetwise as a role. I think all game systems need a streetwise check.
Intelligence streetwise. Okay. Streetwise. There's streetwise. This is completely completely on intelligence.
Yeah, 3 successes. Off of memory, like you sit there and think about it, and it's like, oh, Hallinap is like one of the cops. He's like, you know, the family name on top of that. Like the Hallinaps are in the area. You also remember, like he's on the older side. Actually, I'll just show you his picture. Sorry, 1 second.
Aww.
The AI generated nice guy.
If you notice, all of these pictures are AI generated. It's because I unfortunately cannot draw, and I am not going to commission art for people who could die at any second.
That's true. That's true.
Now I feel bad for what I said. He seems really nice. I'm sorry.
It was the tone that Brody brought Officer Hallinap in at the beginning that I was like, oh, this is probably the nice guy cop.
Yeah.
There's always one.
Don't you watch the movies? It's a good cop, bad cop routine. Classic.
Anastasia, is it possible to believe that maybe some are just good?
Yeah, no.
It doesn't matter anyways. It doesn't really matter anyways. I'm not going there without you two, emotions to Anastasia and Bob. I'm not going there without either of you, because you know what the hell is going on for what should and shouldn't be said.
Yeah, obviously he doesn't understand. You should always have legal representation. I don't think you'll need a lawyer, my ass.
It's just a few blocks walk if you want to head there.
I mean, we kind of need to figure out how to get Bob out of the van without the Cooper being all Cooper about it.
I'll follow yours lead.
You have to be such a Cooper.
This is my new. I think it's gonna catch on. I'm not sure, but I have a feeling. Hey, Radman, could you pull Bob's van around the back so Bob can come out? Because out of the 3 of us in this building, you're the most sober. Radman?
Are you there, Frosted?
Yes. I might be the most sober, but also Cooper wanted to talk to me.
Oh, yes. Damn it. Oh, Scully, also you should send, well, send a message to, the guy that we just talked to. God, I forgot his name all of a sudden. Like the old guy. What's his name? Fuck.
Are you talking about Sherwin, Officer
Yes.
Hallinap, or
Sherwin.
which one?
Sherwin.
Sherwin, alright.
Send a message to him and let him know that someone is trying to get into the bar. I know it's not technically his yet, because fucking wills take forever and this investigation is probably fucking it up even further.
I mean, I don't have his number, but I'll need some corn, so...
There's
I actually
there
probably
not-
have some corn in the kitchen, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, is there not corn in the kitchen?
Yeah, he leaves some corn on the kitchen windowsill with a note that says, there, a officer, or, yeah, an officer was hoping to enter the premises, but was told not to, I guess.
Yeah.
Roll me a wits animal ken.
Oh, Jesus.
I think I could probably
Wits
do that.
animal kin. Animal kin. Do I have any bonuses or anything? Oh my
No.
god. A 6 difficulty?
Yes.
Got it.
I would have had more.
2 successes.
Like, one more
Set
time.
it on the windowsill and wait for a second, and eventually you watch as a rat crawls out of the alley, climbs up the windowsill, begins eating the corn, and takes your note in its little tiny rat hands.
I think
Not a-
Scully looks just absolutely dumbstruck. I know this is just happening in only the kitchen, so nobody else probably could even see it. But he is mildly horrified and mildly fascinated at what is going on in front of him.
It then takes off and scurries out into the alleyway with that note in its little paws.
Great.
And he goes back to making the food that he was making. What? I think he probably when it does the food even matter what he's making?
Not really. It's mostly like a lot of frozen fried foods that you set in the deep fryer or microwave shit. It's not like there might be like a flat top grill or something to make smash burgers on, but like
Yeah.
for the most part, like your
He's mainly prioritizing food that is meant to help you sober up.
Yeah. So after you guys sit down and eat, get some food in you, Bob is still outside waiting. Bob, give me a perception alertness. Bob, you
Trapped
watch.
in this van.
You're trapped
So
in the van,
sad.
watching, creeping out. Who watches the Watchman? The answer is you. As you're creeping out, looking out the side of this van, you watch as Cooper, who has just been, for the most part, just kind of sitting, arms crossed, watching the bar. You watch as he ducks, and kind of shudders a bit, like puts his hand to his ears. He begins like playing with something in his car. And then after like a couple of seconds, he just begins driving away, a bit of a hurry. And as the car's passing, you hear this awful feedback noise, like coming from inside the vehicle.
Oh.
It sounds like his radio has like malfunctioned somehow and is just blaring this god-awful noise.
I quickly relay that back that he's leaving. And then I'll step out of the vehicle and head in, try to collect everybody.
As you begin walking in, a rat comes out of the alleyway and it's holding a note in its mouth.
Absolutely amazing. Cinema. That's what I say.
Is it just like crossing my path, or does it stop and look at me?
It is about to cross your path, but then it stops, looks up at you, looks behind you, and like goes up on its back 2 feet, almost as if it's trying to lift the note up to you.
Oh no.
I point at myself.
You what? Sorry?
I point at myself like, mate for me?
It just sits there. Its mouth is full. It can't talk.
I reach down and attempt to take the note.
It relinquishes the note, and the second you take it, it scurries off back up the alley.
Yes, its mouth being full with a piece of paper is what made sure they couldn't talk to you. Yes.
I quizzically, as I'm walking to the front door of the bar, unfold the piece of paper and see what the note says.
In a kindergartner level handwriting. This was written by someone who does not know how to hold a pencil, it seems. And it just says, "You owe me fine."
Oh, okay.
Fine?
Did I get fined?
Here, I'll type out what he wrote.
No, he's saying you owe me, but fine, I'll do whatever he needs to do.
I see.
I'm like, I don't get what this note's supposed to mean.
What did I do? I don't
You just
remember.
You just
You
come
owe me?
inside
What did I do?
quizzically, like holding this note. I'm like, yeah, Officer Cooper is gone, and this rat just handed me this note.
Oh, cool. That was fast. I put my hand out for the note.
I gingerly hand it to her and was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on right now.
We sent a message.
You know, these people were the ones that were drinking, yet I'm the one seeing rats handing me notes and shit.
I've never heard of a Wendigo here. That's weird.
A Wendigo. A Winnebago?
Winnebago, yeah. They,
Well,
you probably won't understand.
I know a Wendigo. I've heard of that in the movies. God, I hope those aren't real.
Yeah, it was the Vita bus. The Winnebago.
Yes, Bob. Yes. But Scully, I think the bar's good for now. Also, you owe him for this.
Yeah,
I owe
you owe me for handing
specifically.
Oh.
I owe the little rat that I paid
No.
him.
Well, one, you owe Bob a sandwich. And two, Sherwin, you are now indebted to Sherwin. I am sorry. We just met the man. Well, I did.
I don't even know what I did to be indebted to him, but alright. Okay,
He's gonna
We'll
pretend
have
to
to
the
figure that
bar.
out.
Just asked him for help. What do you mean you don't know what you did to be indebted to him?
I thought we just updated him. I was like a little confused.
No, I told
I
you
don't
to
know.
ask him for help because someone was trying to enter the bar, and he's technically going to be the next owner of the bar, so he's the one who would have the most power to like try and circumvent that.
Oh, alright. Yeah, I figured we just told the cop no, and I was like, yeah, what part of that makes sense?
No, 'cause he's coming
the
back with
owner's
a
not
vote.
here, so we can't. He'll try to. He has to have evidence to be able to, like, to get a warrant, you need information. You have to be able to feasibly prove to a judge in a reasonable fashion that it's worth going after that person or
He's
that
supposed to
business.
hang out with the
This
mongrels.
guy has to bring feasible information. The reality is they don't have shit on Scully, at least at the moment.
No.
So they just want.
It's called fabrication.
Also, this was
Yeah,
the
that's true.
hangout for the mongrels, so, and being as they're kind of investigating them,
That's a good argument, actually.
yeah, I just bide us time. I didn't stop it.
Yeah, it's fair. I'll
It was
find
more
a
of
way
like,
to pay back Sherwin.
it also was more of like
I mean, I'm
making
sure
sure
he'll
this
ask.
place was like watched over in between because I don't trust Cooper.
Mm.
He might want to try to get in before, and why he was like waiting for us to leave was so he could come in. Does this place have security cameras?
It barely has
I
locks
doubt
on
it.
it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Like, I don't want you. I
Oh,
don't think
what
you
I'm
want to
picturing-
record your own crimes.
I wasn't gonna tell what Brody would end up saying about it, but I was like, in my mind, I was like, not a chance.
So yeah, I don't trust Cooper as far as I can throw a rock. That's not the saying. Anyway, I don't trust him. He's gross. He's shady.
You said they were texting Radcliffe before?
He's standing right here.
Oh, I didn't know he came into the bar. I didn't
did.
realize.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's here
I've
now.
been here the whole time.
My bad. Radcliffe, would you like to stay? I mean, I'm only going to be going a few blocks to go to the police station. And I
They
won't
already
take...
Yeah, the
had it,
police
and-
want to talk to you. Fuck.
I already had a feeling that I was going to be here just because you wanted to take everybody else but me. So that's fine.
It's not... No, oh, that sounds like it's personal and insult. It's not meant to be.
I
It's-
understand. They're more important. It's fine.
Well, Anastasia's like, anyways, Anastasia has more experience with the law, and Bob is incredibly experienced with the law.
I know, he's a lawyer. He said that. I know.
Yeah.
I'm
so
messing with you.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with watching your bar. You might want to wait a little bit longer until you're a little bit more sober. You should be fine.
Yeah, I understand. Go ahead and say it. That's important. That's what Brody says in chat.
I think you need to drink some more water. Just
But yeah, we can fast forward a bit until you guys feel comfortable and safe enough walking to the police station. It's just a couple of blocks away.
Serves that food up to Anastasia himself, and he definitely made an extra serving for Bob, because he knows the way Bob is.
Good.
Bob wants an extra serving.
we never know if it's for now or later, but he always wants it.
Yep.
Well,
Mm-hmm. Doesn't even question it. He's like, yep.
I'm a hungry hippo. What can
Mhm.
I say?
Yeah, you were giving me shit for being skinny. You're just as thin.
Gotta help homie out.
All right. In that case, you guys take off, and you are leaving someone behind to hold the fort down. Yes.
Yeah, the one with the biggest gun.
Yep.
All right.
Feel bad.
Funny enough, actually, we're gonna. No, I think we're gonna start with the interview.
Okay.
We'll start with the interview first. As you guys go to the police station, it is a more modern building. It's a. I hate modern architecture. It's just a flat brick building with like this sandstone color. It says Fort Buffalo Police Department on the front. These are the city cops. Inside there's there's a duty officer present as like a desk sergeant. I don't know cops. I don't have enough run-ins with cops. I guess desk officer, desk sergeant, whatever. Someone's there and look at you and wave and say, "Oh, hi. Welcome to the police department. Is there an emergency you need help with? Anything of the sort?"
Officer Hallinapp asked for me.
Oh, right. You must. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no. I'll get Officer Hallinapp out here for you real quick here. And he goes to the phone. He presses a couple of buttons and says, "Hey, Dave. Yeah. No. The Scully's here. Yeah, the Monroe kid. Yep. He's got a couple of friends. All right. Yep. Yep. Oh, I have to hang up, and he just hangs up. No. Dave's a good guy. Not Dave. Sorry, Daniel. Yeah, eventually Officer Hallenep enters the room. He has a cup. He has 2 cups of coffee in his hand, same as his picture. He walks up and says, "Well, hey, I brought coffee for you, but I only have the 2 hands. So here, how about this?" And he begins shaking. He hands you a cup of coffee and shakes your hands. Like, "I'm Officer Hallenep. Good to meet you, Scully. Sorry it has to be under these circumstances. And who might these be?"
This is Anastasia, and this is Bob. Friends of mine.
Well, this isn't a formal deposition, so yeah, if you want to have some friends with you, especially for emotional support, you're more than able to. So did you want to retain legal counsel, or?
I'm not sure I'll be needing that. I don't. I mean, we did just say this would be probably more of a formal talk. I'm sure we can work this out, or whatever. I'm sure whatever information you need can be helpful for the investigation.
I think this is me not knowing how law works because I've only been on this side of it. I think you, if you wanted to act as his attorney, Lance, you would have to announce yourself as that and give like some, like show your bar card basically, and just say that.
I think because I was a jury there. I would announce that he doesn't need to be represented by the state legal counsel. I'll be representing him as his private attorney.
Well, all right, yeah. Is that true? Are you retaining this gentleman as your attorney, and are giving him power of attorney?
Yes, I'll allow that.
All right. You got your bar card on you?
I assume it's in my wallet.
Yes. And are you registered with the Nebraska State Bar or a different state?
Should be Nebraska, right?
Yeah, if you're from the area, it would be. He'll look at it, go, all right, well, I got the room set up over here. Let's go ahead and get sat down and get talking. I thought I had a thing for this. Like, specific, like a... Huh. But yeah, eventually he brings you into the room. He sits you down. It is just a conference room, more or less. It's not like in the movies. Like, the chairs are comfortable. There's no, like, spot for handcuffs on the table or anything. There's enough spaces for everyone to sit down. He places a recording device in the center of the table with a microphone that picks up everything. He presses play on it and he gives the date and time. He introduces himself. He asks everyone in the room to state their names. He basically reads you your Miranda rights, basically explains that you have the right to silence. You can waive that if you'd like. You have the right to attorney. You have retained an attorney. All this fun stuff. It goes through the actual police procedures and investigatory things that I don't know.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say and do can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one can be appointed to you. Do you understand these rights as I have read them to you?
Also, he would give a notification that this is being recorded, and you can request a copy of the recording at your leisure, and one will be forwarded to your attorney. God damn it, I need to find a push to talk button that's not a key that could actually be pressed, basically, because this is awful. It's on my tilde key. So like all my whenever there's a text field, I'm just doing nothing but spamming tilde, and I don't use tildes in my day-to-day conversation.
I mean, who does?
People who type Spanish.
I see.
Well, that's fair.
I was terrible in English class, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, and a tilde. Okay. Oh, I'm like, what are you saying?
The key next to the one key.
Yeah. I'm like
Yeah.
staring at my keyboard, like, I don't have one. Yeah, I do.
That little squiggly line that they put above letters.
He sits down and says, "All right. Well, I'm sorry. First things first. Uh, have your parents ever confided in you about anything of the sort relating to Mayor Bonsanto?"
No.
Have your parents did your parents seem a little strange, nervous, worried? Actually, let's go through this. Go ahead and walk me through yesterday afternoon.
Afternoon?
Yeah, like, did you speak with your parents at all?
In the afternoon, I was doing research for the university, uh, hoping to get some samples for um, water treatment. We went out to the Turk farm a few days ago and found that the water there was contaminated with some type of strange chemicals. Reactions to the human body are violent is the better way to describe it, but they're not lethal at the moment, but left untested they could become more lethal. Sorry, I got lost in we didn't end up getting our samples. The homeowners were having some troubles at the moment and they told us to come back at a different time. They didn't exactly tell us, but we knew that coming back at a different time would for them would be more beneficial.
And during this altercation, that was when a Mr. Radcliffe Diggory sustained head trauma.
Oh.
That was several days ago, back at the Turk farm. I was mostly referring to the Meadowton. But
So you were at
I
Meadowton
feel
at the Turk farm investigating this water.
we were several days ago we were at the Turk farm investigating the water.
One sec.
Recently, yesterday, we visited the Meadowton farm, and they had some. It's everything that I just described to you. As things go to understanding what happened with Mr. Radcliffe, I think that's best that you ask him specifically about it. I'm not
Oh,
as versed as he would be.
No, absolutely, I understand that. Yeah, no, we're trying to get Mr. Diggory in because we have some questions for him in regards to some pictures that were taken earlier this morning. But more specifically, I'm curious. What we're really gonna try to zero in and focus on here is any contact you had with your mother or father or any of their known associates yesterday or yesterday afternoon.
In the early afternoon, and maybe text messages would be the best that I had with them.
Do you remember what the conversation was?
It was specifically about going to Meadowton. My mother was worried about safety after what happened with the Turk farm.
And so you had no contact outside of text messages in the afternoon with your family?
None.
So I have a signed affidavit here from the owners of a restaurant known as Little Mexico that you and your associates here were eating at said restaurant with your father that day.
Out of character, I completely forgot about that.
I
I was thinking about the moment where he talked to his own parents and his father outside the bar. But
I
back
didn't
to it.
realize that was the same day.
Yeah.
No, those are 2 different days.
Oh, I kind of forgot about that. We didn't really do much in that conversation. It was more of like I guess, a family a thing. We had a conversation. My father wants to know, well, he wanted to know a bit more about my affairs at the school and how things in my studies were going.
All right, that's completely understandable. And so you passed a few text messages back and forth. Uh, Anything extraordinary, strange about those text messages or about your conversation?
The text messages said no. I don't think anything passed between us on text message.
You
And
don't
that is,
remember speaking about a Miss Ann Smith?
I mean, who at
Um,
the university wasn't? Several kilos of fentanyl, and then they blame it on my family too. Of course, we're going to bring it up. It was a relative sense on a sidebar of a conversation. But come on, even Mayor Bonsanto bailed out that girl because everyone realizes how absolutely absurd it is. That's some dance major was sliding fentanyl across the table as a side gig.
Well, more specifically, you seemed rather concerned about Miss Smith. In these text messages, you seem to be almost taking a sort of responsibility for her being caught.
Responsibility?
If you remember,
No.
out of game, out of character, your conversation basically that your dad said, "Stop texting about this," was that you mentioned that you felt that you accidentally got Ann Smith in trouble.
That's the one thing. It was a phone call. So, I mean, unless they recorded the phone call,
Yeah, they
no,
shouldn't
you
have that.
you texted
they
him.
shouldn't have it. Yeah, it was a
texted
phone call.
No,
I did?
you called your
I texted
mom
the.
in the morning, and then you texted your dad right after saying, "Hey, can we talk about this girl
Oh
because like
my god.
yeah."
Alright. Shit. What was the
um
exact question that the officer asked again?
He just said, "It seems like you in these texts. It seems like you feel a sort of responsibility for Miss Smith being arrested for possession."
I wouldn't say I'm responsible. It would be more in the sense that Anne
I
Smith is a nice girl. She's friendly and kind, and to believe that she did that is hard. It's hard to believe. So it's more on the context of maybe if I had done more to help, maybe I could have seen what was going on with her and addressed them more.
Going to give me a subterfuge manipulation roll, and I will contest.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured. Scully is not good at these, which sucks. I should just lawyer up soon.
mean you did. He's sitting right here.
Subterfuge. Yeah, subterfuge what?
Manipulation.
I'm not good at these. Ooh. I can't even contest with that.
Yeah. You don't even believe yourself as you're given this excuse.
Understandable.
Officer Daniel goes, "All right, we'll just go ahead and make a note of that. It's all right. But did you have any other contact with your family? To put the timeline here straight, you texted your father in regards to a Miss Smith. You then met with him at Little Mexico for lunch, along with your friends. You were also all present, uh, including your legal counsel. So that's interesting. You then went to go perform research at Middleton. Um, let's see here. What happened then?
Um, if I may interject, uh, how are you aware of text
This is where I go.
conversations?
Baby, you know a lot about cop shows. I need
Hey,
your
Bob,
assistance here.
ask him how he got the text messages and did they obtain them legally?
This is shit. I just forgot his name. Officer
The officer Daniel Hallenap.
Hallenap. Officer Hallenap, how did you acquire these text messages?
Well, to not go through, too much gruesome detail, the phones were recovered from the cadavers, and your parents had Face ID unlock on their phone, which meant it was perfectly legal for us to obtain these text messages.
I don't think they would have Face ID unlocked on their phone.
Definitely not his mother.
Yeah, I feel like they're too paranoid for that. If they're like, don't say anything on the phone that you shouldn't be saying in front of a cop, I feel like they would be like, passwords only.
Well, even
Go
then,
ahead
I'm
and
not
roll
sure
me-
it's perfectly legal to use Face ID on a dead body,
It unfortunately
It is.
is.
It is.
especially with his father, because you described it as hard to tell that it was his father, but the only reason that Scully knows is because it was him.
Oh, that's true too. They were
You-
horribly disfigured.
So yeah, so his father, I don't think they ever got anything out of his phone.
Go ahead and give me a perception empathy roll.
For
Me?
Everyone give me perception empathy.
Not me. I'm up there.
The perception.
Oh, I'm aware. We'll come back to you.
I got a little.
No.
Why can't I find perception?
Why is it not putting it in chat?
Put it in chat for me. Scully,
You got
He-
3 successes.
he believes it. He
Okay.
thinks he's telling the truth.
Empathy.
Wait.
Wait,
he believes that
which
he
comment?
got the information legally.
Yeah.
Oh, they lied to him.
Yeah, Anastasia, he believes it. He seems like, in the way he's talking about it, he does, like, kind of give off the, it's really, he like, talks about it like, it's fine, it's really distasteful, and he kind of wants to steer the conversation away from this, not from a position of, I don't want to be caught, but more from a position of, maybe let's not talk about this guy's dead parents in front of him. Except for all the talking about this guy's dead parents in front of him we already have to do.
I mean, like, I'm unsure how you got that information. I question its legality. Knowing his parents, I doubt that they would be so careless.
My mother barely
you
could
a-
figure out understanding a phone. You're trying to tell me she understood face identification. And my father's face was disfigured. You're trying to say that you legally entered those phones?
Well, a few things. First of all, I was not involved in this section of the investigation. I'm just repeating what was told to me. If you would like, you can request, you could subpoena evidence through the court if you feel like you need to bring this to trial. Second, Mr. Billington, would you consider yourself a close associate to the deceased?
Not at all.
Then your testimony is unneeded. And to answer your question, I barely get the things either. But I think like Face ID is on by default, and you would have to turn it off. So unless your parents were sufficiently suspicious, or not suspicious as the adjective, but suspicious as a verb, to go through and take out, turn off Face ID, it stands to reason that it would be on.
Actually, I'm sorry, but
Family has been
Face ID is something
persecuted
you have to
by.
set up. It's not automatically on. When you set up a phone, it's automatically.
Brody, get your facts straight.
No, this
no.
old man thinks
This
it.
old man.
Brody doesn't think it. This old man. Brody's always right.
I'm like, I'm sorry, officer, but FaceTime is something you have to set up. Any sort of locking on a phone, you have to set up. When you start your phone, it's automatically open to the world. You have to put in the protections. So, and to make face recognition, you have to put the phone in all types of angles so it knows every single angle your face is. It is a very intricate thing to set up. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, I didn't know that. Thank you. Huh. All right, I'll make a note of this, actually. He pulls out a little notepad from his shirt pocket, and he starts writing stuff down. All right, well, so look at that. I'm going to talk to Coop about that. Okay, so, right. Sorry?
You said Officer Cooper was the one who let you know about that text messages and how he acquired them?
Yep, Officer Cooper was patrolling the area when the accident occurred. He was first on scene.
Of course he was.
He also has a lot of personal connections with the Mayor Bonsanto security forces out there. I think, was it his cousin or a nephew? Something. He has family that works in the departments down there, so of course they work pretty well together. And Mayor Bonsanto has asked that he act as a liaison for this, and Sheriff thought that was a good idea. And you know what? I don't see any problems with it. But let's get back to this investigation here. So, where did you go after performing your experiments at Mediton?
Out of character, I can't remember exactly. Yeah.
Uncomfortable with this situation at all. I think you should hold off until they acquire a subpoena.
I'll agree with that. I have no sense in answering any questions of those sorts.
All right, that's perfectly acceptable. At the advice of legal counsel, we are terminating this interview at this current time at 2:28 p.m. Could you confirm that time?
That's you.
Yeah, I look at my watch I'll look at my phone, so I would have a phone, but maybe not a watch anymore. And yeah, I would confirm the time.
All right, this is Officer Daniel Halnap concluding this interview, and he turns the recording device off. Well, it's fine. You're allowed to say "Hey, come back with a warrant." That's your right as a citizen and all that. So no one's gonna hold that against you. Yeah, everything should be fine. Did you need I mentioned it briefly on the phone, but we do have access to counseling services. If that's something you might be interested in.
You want to go to group therapy? Scully.
He's asking if I want a therapist.
Yeah,
Is that
he's asking if you want therapy for your grieving.
I think I'll be fine. I have others that'll help me with that.
All right. Well, if you change your mind, let's see here. Yep. Dr. Porter has reached out, and he's more than willing to assist you through this time. So if you ever change your mind, you can just contact him up at the hospital at St. Andrews there. And I wouldn't worry too much about his peculiarities. He's helped me through quite a bit myself, and I consider him a very close friend.
I see.
This
All right.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get you guys on out of here. Well, you're all. Yep. If you have any more questions about the investigation, or if there's anything I can do to help, feel free to contact me. And he gives you his personal cell number.
nice. I give him.
Nice.
We exchange cards. I'm like, it was lovely meeting you, Officer Daniel.
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
okay if I call you by your first name?
Of course, yep. No need to be formal. The recording's off and all that. But yeah, no. If you need any help, or if you think of anything, you remember anything, go ahead and contact me at this number. But of course, if it's an emergency, contact 911. That
Of
sort of
course.
thing.
Of course. Well, it was lovely meeting you. And we might see each other again. But I will definitely. And if anything comes up that you need, ask us questions, you can email me or Bob or whoever. We're happy to help you.
Yeah. All right. Said you were doing some more research on the them sick folk, the places them sick folk have been, yeah?
Is this off the record?
Yeah. Turned off and everything.
We're just doing some water samples. Anything to do with having sick people, it's just coincidental. There might be a potential connection, but we're just doing water samples. Being biology majors and everything.
Right. Stay away from the Gray Mare place. This isn't a threat or anything. This is just advice. There's a lot of. I'm sure you kids have found plenty of dangerous things, but Gray Mare Place is something different, all right? If you need to talk to someone from there, the farmhand, Rupert, he's around the bars this usually Friday nights. You might be able to find him.
Well, I appreciate that. We definitely don't want to get in any trouble. You know? Don't want to see you too soon.
No, of course not. All right, well, let's get you kids on out of here. Let's go ahead and cut back over to Radcliffe. Radcliffe, what are you doing in the bar, like as you're waiting?
I would be sitting in the one of the corners where I can watch like the doors or any entryway, just away. So it's a little bit harder for me to be seen. I'll just be checking my firearms, cleaning them.
Give me a perception alertness check.
Of course. Perception awareness. Or alertness, he said.
Yep, alertness. You do not have awareness. Awareness.
I don't know why. I don't know why I keep saying that.
It's because it's called awareness in Only War.
Yeah.
With 3 successes as you are polishing your rifle, your brand new rifle, it's still pretty clean. You're just polishing it for shits and giggles. You hear a gentle clicking noise coming from the back door.
I just stay there and just have the rifle sitting down and just the pistol easy access, just waiting to see who comes in. Because it could be the people I'm watching the bar for, or it could not be. Just being ready.
As you are watching, the door slowly creaks open, and you don't see who's coming through until they're already in the bar. They don't notice you as they close the door behind them and begin looking around. And it's not until they see you that they freeze and just say, "Hey, I'm sorry. I was told this. I don't want any trouble, okay?" This is a young man. He has a drawn face. He's wearing a hoodie with the hood up. He's extremely pale. His face is covered in scabs. His hair is stringy. Massive bags under his eyes. And as he speaks, you notice quite a few missing teeth.
Well, if you're looking for trouble, this is definitely the way to do it. If you're not, just leave.
I'm sorry. And as he's stumbling and stuttering his words, the front door is kicked in off its hinges by Officer Cooper as he enters the building, weapons drawn.
God
All right, hey, freeze! And he basically comes in and says, "Oh, it's you. All right, perfect. Go ahead and step away from the weapons. Put your hands up."
How about no? You just broke into a building that you were specifically told to be out of.
I watched someone try breaking in. I had probable cause. Step away from the weapons.
And I'm here watching him. It's fine.
He's got a gun!
He's fine. You're the one making this
I
situation
fucked it up.
worse.
Hang on. Sorry. Oh my god, dude. Go ahead and, are you wearing body armor?
No.
Holy shit, really?
Alright, go ahead and take
Brother!
4 lethal.
No!
Wow.
Alright guys, we need to get a panic button for each other. So we'd have like a bad
Honestly,
signal.
yeah. 4 is not gonna kill you, but it's gonna fuck you up. Holy shit.
What's your stamina?
2.
Alright, you are stunned. As you are shot in the chest, you feel blood beginning to pool through your fingers. You've never been shot before. And neither have I, I'm guessing. But it's almost like you were punched in the chest. You hear the round, you feel splinters hitting your back as the bullet impacts, the wood behind you. This is just a light revolver. But, god damn. Actually, something real quick here. If you'd like, you can give me a Dex Athletics to try to dive out of the way. I forgot that's a thing you can do in this system.
Dex, what was the other one?
Athletics.
Dex Athletics. Okay.
And I'm not I don't wanna play through the players as a GM. But if you have willpower, this would be a good time to spend it. Yeah, unfortunately, you are still shot as you try to dive out of the way of the gunshot. You knock your weapons to the floor. The chair hits the ground next to you. You already feel that before you
It
can
has
even
a
catch your
negative 2
breath.
because of his wounded.
Oh,
Oh. Yep.
So
I forgot
technically
to
you
take
have 2
that
more
off.
dice.
take the wounds off. Go ahead and re-roll. That's fine. Good catch, Liz.
Oh.
There we
Ty
go.
goes to the Actually, no, you beat him. As you dive out of the way, you are now locked in a gunfight with a cop.
Okay.
Oh look, there's already a blood
Can you
spy.
see?
I'm just diving in.
It's still loading.
Man. I don't deal with firearms.
Okay.
We're walking back from the sheriff's office. Or this is taking place while we're having the interview.
This is taking place while you guys are at the interview. This is just a meth head. He's not. This is the closest I have to a meth head. I don't have like actual.
I figured that's exactly what he was.
But I'm gonna go ahead and make a combat, and we're gonna go ahead and roll some initiative.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and roll initiative. You have dove into cover. Officer Cooper is right behind, like standing above you. His revolver, a single action. He's already loaded another shot. I don't have good fight music because I wasn't expecting this, actually. Hey, it's fine. Alright, he's going to try shooting you again, though. Which is less than fine.
Yeah.
My God, you might die here.
This is.
I can't, hang on. It's not letting me click it. There it is, okay.
Damn, that's lucky.
Go ahead and give me a Dex Athletics to see if you can try dodging away.
Oh, I was wrong on that.
Yeah, no, I accidentally messed up.
Oh.
Alright, I'm just going to take one. As these two shots hit you, you do have 2 stamina, so you are not stunned. This shot wings you, takes off a chunk of your deltoid, as you have a horrific realization that he's just here to kill you, it seems. It's your turn.
All right. Time to return fire. But sadly, I have a rifle.
I have a gun. I have a bigger gun.
Yes.
There's always a
And
bigger
I'm
fish.
going to use a little. And I'm using a little bit of willpower here.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh.
Oh shit! Forgot how to roll damage.
So when it should have asked for your damage after you rolled the attack.
It didn't come up with it.
Let me look at your character sheet. When you rolled the attack, did you roll it from the combat tab or your skills tab?
Oh shit! I did it from the gear tab. Dumbass. I need to do firearm.
Don't do that to yourself.
No, you should
What?
be looking at the combat sheet where it has the natural weapons, melee weapons, ranged weapons.
Yeah, I did it from there.
And it didn't ask you for damage?
Nope.
Strange. Okay, it's 6 lethal, with 4, so go ahead and roll 10d10. Sorry, no, it's 8 lethal. Roll 12d10.
Okay.
So click the dice roller on the top right. It's underneath that shield. Just go ahead and say, type in 12 dice and the difficulty is 6.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ. There's no need to wonder where your god is.
He
Right,
got
that's
an
here.
elephant gun. He specifically
Yeah,
wanted a
oh, I
long-ass
completely
rifle.
forgot about that. I forgot about the elephant gun. Oh my god. Oh.
I don't have the dice roller.
You're gonna...
On your
teach him
character
that.
sheet, look at your character sheet.
Oh, that's why I'm.
Yep. Top right, underneath the shield, there's
Yep.
a dice.
There.
Yep.
There we go. Number dice is
12.
8, 12. I only can do up to 10.
Type in
Jesus.
12. It says right there,
okay.
if there's more than
Yeah.
10, type it in.
I should just read. Okay, 12. Then just
Readings
hit
for
roll.
losers.
Yeah.
Yep. Difficulty 6, send it.
Jesus.
Nice.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
that's bad.
Oh,
Dude, that was a bad
That's it. Stunning.
never mind. I just
You winged him with an elephant gun. That, like... Jesus Christ. Honestly, that's impressive. Like, straight up, like, if I was him and I got winged with an elephant gun, I would be like, you know what? It's time to retire.
To be
Your
fair,
shot-
though, I did just get hit, so it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Your shot punches through his arm as well, as you guys are still locked in combat.
Alright.
You go first.
Alright.
Elephant gun.
About to hit them again.
There's no need to wonder where your god is.
Yeah.
It's on the
There
other
we
side of
go.
this barrel. Oh my
Yes.
god.
Did it ask for damage this time?
Yeah, I did.
Alright, send it.
Enjoy.
so many dice.
Jesus, these rolls. You have terrible rolls
Hey!
for this rifle. I don't like. It is stunning. That thing should rip apart fucking elephants. That's what it's supposed to be doing. And you're barely passing on this guy.
That one he soaks entirely. He takes no damage. His body armor seems to soak it all as he dives outside and is screaming into his microphone. Shots fired at the Gillies. Send all units. Requesting backup. Officer injured.
What's the meth head doing during all this? Oh my god.
Alright. Athletics, dexterity, here we go. Ouch.
He leans around the corner. He shoots you again in the chest. You don't know how many rounds he has in that revolver. You are how many wounds is that?
I think that would kill me on that one. If I'm doing this right.
You are not. You are just mauled. You are now at a position where you are basically you are knocked unconscious, Everything else that happens after this is out of your hands. So who knows what happens next?
That's horrible. No. Like, I knew he would do something, but... Damn!
As you guys are leaving the station, you watch as a shitload of cop cars go out, light sirens, code 3, burning rubber, and it's almost comical. Actually, no. Everyone leaving the police station, go ahead and give me perception alertness rolls.
Ah.
Damn.
Gillies is only a couple blocks away. You guys hear gunshots.
That doesn't sound good.
And it's coming from the direction of...
Gillies. The bar.
Shit. Yeah. Only was like,
I
shit.
guess we should just head over there.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to really say.
You guys begin dashing over there as you watch these cop cars pull up. Officers pile out, weapons drawn. You watch as one of them is leading Officer Cooper away. They begin setting up a perimeter. You see they've already arrested some fucking meth head, and you watch as a Radcliffe Diggory is led out on a stretcher. An ambulance is pulling up. You notice he is handcuffed to the stretcher.
Can you say not bueno?
I try to get to Radman.
You are stopped by a police cordon. Fort Buffalo Police Department is like there. It's like, it was an active scene. You cannot come any closer. I'm sorry. You have to stay back behind here.
That's what's going on here? Like, what happened?
We don't know. The situation is unfolding. Right now, I'm just gonna have to ask you to stay behind the rope here.
This is not okay.
How badly injured does Sheriff Cooper look?
His arm is bleeding. They've already put bandages on it. He's walking and talking. He's telling people like what happened. I'm a bit far away. If you wanted to get a perception alertness test to see what's going on, you can.
Yeah, I'd like to. Perception or alertness. Oh, here it is. Use a willpower. Wow, thank God I willpowered. Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's. Watched that some bitch. Them two tried breaking in and robbing the place, and the second I caught him, just immediately started shooting me up. I don't know. It's pretty. That's the same guy who was there, like, fuck that morning, right? This morning, right?
Are you saying that Radcliffe broke in?
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
I yell across.
Pretty
You're a
sure
fucking
you are.
liar! He's our friend!
It's a...
She just yells across the way.
The cop there is like, all right, hang on. Let's not say, do anything hasty here. Let's go ahead and, if you want to, we're gonna take him to the hospital because your friend got hurt real bad. And then we're just gonna go ahead and keep him in custody for the time being, okay?
No. He doesn't need to be in custody because he was allowed to be in that building. You should put that dirty cop in cuffs because he's the one who's not supposed to be here.
I know it's, tensions are a little high. You know what? This is all going to come out in the court. So, but right now, the first things first is we have to make sure that the people who are, injured get the attention they need, okay? Because, yeah, Radcliffe is pale as a ghost as he is being led off into the ambulance. The ambulance has lights and sirens on as it tears off into the distance to the hospital.
This is
with 2 cop cars in tow.
Anastasia's absolutely pissed and just keeps yelling at the cops. And calling specifically Cooper dirty, but then everyone else dirty at the same time. Saying this is a bunch of bullshit and corruption, and they're just trying to force their way into here, and they had no warrants, and all of this is dirty and horrible, and like she just goes on a whole rant, just keeps screaming at Cooper's direction.
I think Scully's trying to support her as much as he can, but he's not shouting or saying anything like they are. He's just trying to like stand there and be at a backing for her. What's the best you can shoot for? He doesn't know enough about the situation.
Just like next to her.
Yeah.
While listening to this, could I get a intelligence law roll from the lawyer?
Ooh, I can do that. What are you looking for?
Difficulty 6.
No, but like, book smarts, courtroom protocol.
Oh yeah, both those work, absolutely. It's the easiest thing ever for a cop that wants to just make up a reason that they felt that they had probable cause.
Oh yeah, I smelled marijuana.
Fucking hate that one.
You see the meth head that they're also handcuffed, and you can kind of tell what happened here. More than likely what happened is Cooper just went and found some junkie he knew, tipped him off that there was a bar that was going to be empty and it should have enough cash for a fix, and just kind of waited. This is textbook entrapment, of course, but that's secondary because he doesn't give a shit. They're not going to press charges on the methy. He just wanted a reason to break in. I mean, they could try, but it'd be pretty easy for it to get thrown out. And besides,
they didn't even arrest him?
Well, no, he's in custody. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's being
He's
detained.
a good cop, but honestly, like, the most important thing is making sure our friend is okay right now.
Yeah.
You got to get him to Dr. Dracula or Dr. Acula.
Unfortunately,
It's too
only
early
like
in the day.
2 in the afternoon.
Wouldn't it be 3 now? Because it was 2:28 when we ended the interview.
True. Very cool. Very true. 3 in the afternoon. You have a little bit until sundown.
This is fucking oh, my blood!
But
Would
yeah, I guess do
Anastasia
you
already
guys...
have Cooper's badge number from previous altercations?
I believe it. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably. Your daddy knows about this guy.
Oh,
You probably had to like. You've probably had to say like, this guy's been picking on me, and your dad probably's pulled a few strings, so he probably doesn't like you, and is just like, it's not worth the hassle to arrest you at protests.
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I guess you guys basically chase the ambulance.
Yeah, we gotta make sure he's fine.
Yeah, you guys follow the ambulance, and you are not let in, to the operating room, because he is taken immediately to surgery. Because again, he was shot in the chest several times.
Radman, no.
And actually, as you were looking at the bar, there were like massive soda can sized holes blown through the fucking side of it. And you saw cops were bagging up the evidence, including a rifle Radman's his fucking buffalo rifle.
Oh, that's gonna be fun trying to
So
get back.
Yeah. Eventually, though, you guys make it to the hospital. You don't recognize anyone here. It is busy. And it almost seems everything seems to be like having like a what's the term? Like it's everything like got kicked into overdrive because a fucking gunshot wound. This never happens outside of hunting season. It's wild. And so yeah, the charge staff is going insane and like getting everything put together. Yeah. You guys are just waiting in the waiting room.
It's like day and night in here.
Day and night.
But yeah, as you guys are waiting, a familiar figure comes bursting through the door. Excuse me while I find this person's character sheet.
Are they gonna piss me off? Pretty mad. Oh yay, Emily!
Emily bursts through the door. She has her backpack on still. She's like, holy shit! I just heard. What's going on? Holy shit! Are you okay?
And I thought I was the one with the connections. Yes, we're fine. We're fine. Thank you, Emily.
Dude, I heard someone try like you guys are flying. Like, holy shit! What happened?
I don't fully know what happened, but Cooper's involved, and I'm pissed off. We weren't there, but one of our new friends were, and he's currently in surgery.
Oh yeah. What's up, Scully? Who's this?
Oh, this is my lawyer, Bob. And Scully's lawyer.
Holy shit! You're a lawyer? What? Sorry, I didn't mean to sound rude. I'm just.
He's unconventional.
Surprised.
Trying to be in that new hip.
Yes, visuals can sometimes be illusory.
He's into that new like hip scruff that's going on trend now.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
You know the saying, we can fix it.
Wait.
God, what's there to fix?
Emily's into those older men.
Right, sorry. Yeah, no,
Emily.
everything. Shut up. But yeah, no. The other guy. That's like. Sorry, what's going on?
You remember during Free Shit Week that table of like the cryptid hunters, ghost hunter guys?
Oh, yeah. They were talking to like a couple of the girls from like Lamba side,
sorority?
weren't they? Or
Yeah.
Kappa Lamba, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. So the one that looks like a hunter, and ready to go on his take down a buck, he's the one in surgery right now.
Wait, so the meth head shot him? What?
What? No, the meth head didn't have a gun. Well, as far as I'm aware, the meth head didn't have a gun. The meth head has nothing to do with this. He's an innocent bystander. It's Cooper that shot him. I will bet you hard cash right now, Cooper is the one that shot our friend up with bullet holes. And Cooper is the one who set up the whole thing so he can enter the bar illegally without a goddamn warrant.
Well, we don't know that for sure, but yeah. This is all just assumptions right now. We don't want to defame anybody's character, right?
It's not defamation if it's true.
Exactly. And I bet
Gotta prove that it's true first.
see, this is why I have him on retainer. Otherwise, I'd be down at Cooper's house right now.
You know, why aren't you? I mean, he's clearly not home right now.
Whose car did we come in?
Mine, because you needed a designated driver since you've been drinking.
Liquid courage.
Really, I didn't know you were more inclined to breaking the law.
What do you... It's Cooper. What do you have on you right now? Because I have my lighter and a small thing of hairspray right now.
Look.
Let's not do that.
I mean, come on, you know better. I have some kerosene in the car, like for like a, camp stove.
Don't. You two need to stop enabling each other.
Shh.
We need to figure out what the hell's going on.
It's
know what the hell's
fine.
going
We're
on.
just talking about some griefing we want to do in Minecraft. Like,
Exactly.
you burn down people's houses in Minecraft.
In my... Minecraft. It's a lot better than in Sims where you create the character and let them drown in the pool. It's much more satisfying, I promise.
Mhm.
So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
kerosene. Do you have the full camp set in your car right now?
I mean, yeah, like we were gonna go.
Camping.
Stacey and I were gonna go out and meet with some people up from Isla. Just go up to the campsite there, but like, I don't know. I was gonna invite you,
Perfect.
but I don't think you wanna go right now. It's a lot going on.
No, I mean, as much as I love like a little some R&R out in the woods with you girls and guys, like, I have a lot going on right now, but it's a great reason as to why you have kerosene in your car. Are you willing for a detour before you go camping?
I'm sorry, what was that last bit?
Are you willing to do a detour before you go camping?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I needed to like come and see, like, make sure everything was still okay and make sure you were okay. And,
Oh, I'm perfectly fine.
all right, hey, good to hear.
How much convincing
yeah.
does it take for Emily to take me to Cooper's house?
Next to none.
Yeah, no, like...
But
No, wait.
no, stop.
don't.
Don't go.
I feel like I should stop you, but at the same time, I mean,
You stay here and watch her.
you want me to stay and watch her?
I'll go make sure she doesn't do anything illegal.
What? You know
Okay.
damn well I am about to commit arson. In
Hey,
Minecraft.
if I know that damn well, then I'm gonna fucking stop you.
How do you?
If I know that damn well. Anastasia, would you
What?
mind staying here with me? It just. I think at times you act before you should. So at the moment, would you mind just staying here with me? He'll need you when he wakes up. Yo,
Fine. I'll stay here with you. I won't do anything crazy
Thank you.
right now.
I won't do
Bob,
anything crazy.
if you wanted to do what you two were planning, then you do you. I'm going to act like I don't notice, so that I can possibly protect you from the situation, making sure that I don't say anything.
Bob, go ahead and give me a wits law roll. And courtroom protocol would help here.
Some wits.
Yep. You clock that one of the most important pieces of evidence in this trial, in the Scully's upcoming or Radman's upcoming trial, is going to be body cam footage. If it's not body cam footage, then it's just going to be my word versus their word, and that's going to favor Officer Cooper pretty heavily. And if Officer Cooper is as scummy as he seems, he might damage that body cam, or he might get rid of the footage somehow. So you just immediately know you have to move fast on this.
You know what? I need to talk to a judge to subpoena it, right?
Yep. You could, but that's something you can. I think you can do that over the phone even.
You can also request it. I don't know if Nebraska, but for the most part, you can actually request it as a free.
Freedom
Oh
of
my God.
Information Act.
Yeah, Freedom of Information
I
Act
think
records.
that's specifically a Florida thing.
I know some other
Because
states
that's
do have it as well.
Sunshine law. That's like Sunshine Law shit, isn't it?
It has turned federal though, I believe.
With your 2 successes, you know the correct procedure to get it. How about that?
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go about subpoenaing this body tape footage before it, it accidentally just happens to, not function like it should.
Oh, if you would have failed that, I would have said that Cooper pointed out that his body cam was actually shot in the altercation.
It's like, yeah, no, no.
Yeah. Nebraska
But,
has a
If
Nebraska
you
Freedom
say
of
this or
Information
any of this
Act.
is being brought up in front of Scully, he might bring up that there's businesses across the way from Gillies that might have a camera.
We need to start collecting evidence to protect ourselves.
Well, Radman
We might need to.
more so.
Well, yes.
But yes, I'm sure if we ask politely.
All right. While you guys are discussing this, a doctor enters the waiting room. He has surgical scrubs on. Or actually, no, he has those taken off. He's in his normal lab coat kind of thing. He walks out. You don't recognize him, actually. He walks out and says, hey, sorry, are you guys friends of Mr. Diggory?
Could you show it again? It didn't show for me.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
It just... Oh, it did the same thing?
There you go. If it's not showing, refresh your page.
Advance. Connect.
Yep. I'll put it in I'll put it in the WAD chat in the Discord channel so you can see it. His name tag does say Dr. Michael Palisto, though.
I can't see anything at the moment, so I'll need
We love a
at least one
callback.
more attempt at it.
Just look in the fucking WAD chat.
Yeah, I'm watching.
He's a shorter man, built like a brick shithouse, though. Walks up, says, "All right, hey guys, sorry about that. My name's Dr. Michael Palisto. I just operated on your friend there. So good news. He is going to make a full recovery. We're just going to go ahead and keep him for observation. During which time he is going to be monitored by an officer of the law. You can visit him if you'd like, Right now, though, he is currently still under from anesthesia. Or he's not under from anesthesia. He would have woke up really soon. He's in the process of waking up. He's going to be in a lot of pain and under a lot of painkillers. So don't expect useful conversation from him. That last bit was more for the benefit of the police officer behind you guys.
How long have they been standing there?
Mm.
Well, anyway, thank you, Dr. How do you pronounce the last name?
Palestel.
Palestel. Okay. I very much appreciate it. You and your team's hard work on helping our friend. And
I'm tempted to just have him say gives you a coupon for his app, his workout app, and walks away.
In the meantime, here's a great. Yeah, I think
He has 5 points of manipulation with a specialty in shilling his app. Loves good Dr. Mike. But yeah, as you guys are discussing this, you can kind of move time a little bit quicker here, as you guys kind of wait around. It is like a lot of calls and emails and getting stuff put together for getting a subpoena set up. Is there anything you guys would like to do in the afternoon while Bob is doing that? And this includes arson, if that's something you actually do want to pursue.
Scully is very much trying to help out Anastasia process this, as well as at the same time figure out ways to respond.
Anastasia is very wanting to do the arson. But
Emily would point out, I mean, you know what? Like, if he's dirty, I mean, like, burning down his house, like, that's cathartic, but what could ruin him? Robbing him.
Ooh. Oh, we might be. I'm down. Wouldn't be my first time. Let's,
Out of character, can I just choose to have not heard this? just because I'm like, Scully's busy with like something for just 1 second, and this conversation happened. Because Jesus Christ, I know you want to do things, but I don't think there's any way that Scully is not gonna want to stop you. Expensive. What's the point in having expensive lawyers if you're not gonna do crimes?
Look, Anastasia has like a level of like spoiledness that she doesn't fully understand the consequences of her actions.
Is Emily also a rich girl?
No, but Emily is really good at manipulating people and gets a certain level of enjoyment out of tagging along on this.
Understandable.
Yeah, no. I totally want to scope out his at-home office and try and find some dirt on the dirty cop. Yeah. And if Emily's down to helping me, let's go. If you boys want to help me too, well, I don't want to get the lawyer involved. This is still protected under client privilege, right?
He cannot commit crimes for you. What I will say though is, if you want, what I can do is, I don't actually know his address. Do you?
Give me a second. And she pulls out her phone and like tries to go through the public records, like searching up his voter registration.
His home address would not be a matter of public record.
Damn it. And the guy's not on any social media, so it's hard to track down any of that shit. Fuck.
Oh, go ahead and give me an intelligence computers roll.
Okay. Where's my character sheet? Here it is. Intelligence. Computers.
No social media presence whatsoever. You also, you're trying to find him, and then you quickly realize you don't know his first name. You don't. It's just Officer Cooper.
Oh, damn it. That foiled a lot of my plans.
How about this? All right, I will go ahead and I'll go and find stuff out. It's fine. I'll poke around, see what I can find, and then once I learn some more stuff, I'll come talk to you, and we can form you and Scully and your attorney. Just have one. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's fine. We'll figure something out.
I know you're the girl to get the information. You're so good at that.
Yeah, I'll just honestly, I really didn't want to go camping. It's like supposed to storm all weekend anyway. It's like I don't want to deal with that.
Oh, get caught in a storm out there? Oof, no.
But you know how Stacy gets. It's like she immediately just starts bitching about this, like how she is just grateful for an opportunity to bail on this stupid camping trip that Stacy insisted on. Because it's something that her family did every summer before school started, and now it's like she just insisted that had to be done, and she's really just trying to get together and like meet up with some friends from Isla because that's where it's a whole deal. Fuck it, like.
Yeah, no.
What are you two talking about?
Oh, nothing overly important. Emily's gonna try and find some information out of Mr. Douchebag, and we're gonna, yeah. And she's just super happy to not have to go to this camping trip. Do you know Stacy? Have you met her in any of your classes? Honestly, if you don't know her.
I don't believe I have. I only know. Well, I know Emily and you.
That's fine. You would know Stacy.
Oh my gosh. Well, no, because he never would have gone to any of Zane's house parties. So no, okay, that makes sense. And like she's
That's
in like
true.
the fine art, she's in the fab. Like she's not like doing a lot of classes in Bruner and that kind of thing. But okay, but yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and get going. God, it's late. Holy shit. I'm gonna go. I was probably gonna go to Joe's tonight. Do you wanna? You talked about it's not leaving town. You want to just go get a couple of drinks?
I'll keep that in mind. But I definitely owe you one. We're going for spas next weekend.
Awesome. All right. Bye.
Bye.
She just takes off.
Goodbye. Yeah, I'm picturing you two do that. Bye, bye, bye. And just like Scully does. Goodbye.
Bye. So formal.
Yeah. As you guys were waiting, Bob, you've been able to successfully subpoena the body cam footage in a MP4 file has been sent to you. It's pretty long, but you were able to watch it through, and with the audio and everything, you are now fully aware of what happened at the bar. And in fact, there is about 10 minutes before the shootout occurred, there is about a good 3 minutes of time where like his hand was just covering the body cam footage, but you could still hear him muffled speaking to someone. Go ahead and give me a perception alertness to make out what he's saying. It's what you suspected. It's just him making a deal with this meth head, a man by the name of Jason Kroc. Basically telling Jason that he'll give him whatever he can dig out of a cash register if he will break into this bar, let him jump in, scare him off. Basically, it's just him like fabricating a reason to enter the premises.
What was going on with this radio?
Oh, he was just sitting in his car, and all of a sudden the radio just started producing a shitload of feedback and just a constant beeping noise. He took it into the shop, basically, is where he went. And after that, like, they looked at it and they couldn't figure out what caused it to go wrong. It just fucking delete, like, something went wrong with it. It's weird.
Nice. So, do we want to go to the other stores that are around Gillies? I'm sure the police have kind of gone now.
But real quick, as a lawyer, you're watching this body cam footage, and it just immediately screams that, yeah, no, this is, like, you are completely, like, this is a complete overreaction on the part of the responding officer. Frosted's character. Frosted, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, sorry, I didn't see you in the game here.
No, I am.
Really?
Yeah,
It says you're offline on my end.
I'm online.
All right, shit, hell yeah, never mind, sorry. But yeah, no, Radman basically, like, responded after being shot at for no goddamn reason. As a lawyer, it's like, oh yeah, this is clear this officer came with intent to murder someone and almost did. And if he wasn't freaking out at the fact that, he was shot back at, like, this is a clear case of murder attempted murder in the first degree. This guy, wow, this cop is fucked. He's gonna get 1, maybe 2 weeks of administrative leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this information until he decides to do something stupid against us. But until then, I don't think it's really worthwhile to press this until he decides to.
I mean, he is, because he's going to try and get Radman in jail for what? Robbery, B&E.
It's actually not his decision. From what I understand, this goes to the district attorney if they want to try pressing charges. Or if you guys want to try pressing charges against the police department.
Anastasia is totally down. She's ready. She already has a statement written. She can forward it to you. But no, I understand, like, holding off as well, because, like, why get caught up in that right now?
Do you show this video off to us or no?
Yeah.
It's just more of, like, holding off in the court of law and, like, pursuing and filing against the police department. It's waiting. I guess
it's... I think we should go after him immediately. Show a level of response. And don't let them get the opportunity to try and make some ridiculous story out of it. Because they will start to investigate him immediately. He's less of an... The video here shows clearly what he did. We should go after him now.
Does the district attorney keep covering for Officer Cooper? Like, why does he get away with all the stuff that he does?
Well, this is the first time he's done something very explicit. Like, remember, being a douchebag is not a crime, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. But, yeah, no, because, like, you don't really get disciplined. There isn't really any disciplinary action to officers when they do, like, unnecessary arrests. Like, there's nothing really wrong with them doing that. it's just more of like if they use excessive force to do so, or what he did in that video. Like that's when you kind of like they kind of get into the realm of being in trouble. But just arresting someone because you assume they broke the law, like weirdly enough, they
Well,
don't get in trouble for that.
well,
I think it's best to use this video as a catalyst to protest against the police force, because we know that the police force is somewhat involved due to the whole thing with Emily being arrested for all that fentanyl. So maybe if you protest the police, it can get them riled up or at least distracted.
Are you
I think
saying to
you're
leave this
looking
to the
at it a bit
police?
wrong. I mean, cops aren't all bad. This voice coming from this gentleman, as you guys
Fucking
Jeff
Porter.
said.
He's coming in for his first hour of his shift.
God damn it.
Fucking vampires.
Well,
Did you
but
just say
didn't
that out
expect to
loud?
see you guys. I didn't expect to see you guys here so quickly. Scully, I'm incredibly sorry to hear about what happened to your family.
Thank you. I understand that you wanted to talk to me about something, or that you would. That we could talk about things. As much as I would love to at the moment, I am relatively busy with this other matter. With what's happened with Radcliffe.
Speaking of, why don't you guys come with me? And we can talk about Mr. Radcliffe's, Mr. Diggory's conditions.
Isn't this the second time he's being treated by him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, technically it was originally treated by the other doctor. He's just taking on observations.
Well, from the last time he got head.
No. Yeah. I'm just being semantic. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Sounds
okay.
about right.
I tried to
Well,
use a big word.
if you guys come to follow me, as he walks around and he eventually does take you guys into a nearby room. You see Radcliffe is in there. Dr. Porter turns to the officer who's waiting in the room with you guys, and he just says, "Go ahead and leave us for a minute." The cop's eyes kind of go slack, and he nods, walks out the room, and closes the door behind him.
That's
Right,
He's
well,
got the beguiling charms.
thank you. Well, so as it stands
have
right
you
now,
seen that jawline?
your friend here, gunshot wounds, incredibly difficult to heal from, obviously. Have a way to expedite this healing process. I don't.
No, you can't turn him into a spawn.
Let me continue. I don't do this. I need medical consent, and more to the point, I mean, need informed medical consent. So, I can. Well, first things first. Spawn's not the term, actually. The term used would be ghoul.
That isn't.
And
He's gonna
even
become one of the dark children of the night, isn't he?
no,
You're-
no, I'm not. Not only no, I cannot, will not do that. That's
Now
not.
you have werewolves, and then his own friend turns into a vampire. It's just like one of those fairy tale books.
Shut up. Go ahead and give me a willpower roll.
Are you saying that you want to turn Radcliffe into a ghoul, or are you saying that's what you are?
Oh no, I'm a full-blooded vampire. I'm one of the kindred. I'm of the 9th generation. All that fun stuff. I thought. Oh wow, your parents didn't. Okay, cool, very cool, dope even. Sorry, I'm trying to learn the new slang.
That
No,
one's old.
you don't know what a ghoul is, I guess, do you?
I have guesses.
They live off of corpses or something.
No.
I don't know. I'm trying to
You-
remember what I remember from Angel.
From what you've actually already met one of my ghouls. A ghoul is a person who has fed upon a kindred's blood. It's a way to partake in the power without all the nasty downsides. Part of it,
You know, the downside of being a ghoul.
well, there are risks involved. I won't lie. First things first, I don't have any STDs, so we'll get that out of the way. But more to the point, actually, the risk with becoming a ghoul is what's called a blood bond. It's a perversion of free will, and I want little to nothing to do with it if I can take it. But it's a risk. It's first exposure. It's not usually a risk, but this is informed consent here. I'm informing you of the risks of the procedure. The benefits are your friend will be able to walk out of here tonight, assuming the cops let him. But I assume you have that taken care of.
My brain is just.
We plan to.
My brain went down the path of, if it's a blood transmitted disease, could it be transmitted like HIV? In which case, it would be an STD.
Are you trying to say becoming a vampire is an STD?
Well, I'm saying if you get it from transfer of blood to blood contact, that you could get it through like butt stuff.
I'm not even entertaining that. That's all you guys.
Sorry, real quick. Excuse me while I write down notes for a character concept of a scientist who's trying to make prep for vampirism.
So just to be clear here, gay people are susceptible to becoming vampires than average people. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think
maybe.
I think that's what he's getting at.
There might be some truth to that, actually.
Have you seen them sparkle in the sun? I'm
That's
telling you.
True. He's onto something here. You're right.
Rainbows? What is rainbow but sparkling in the sun?
All right. Wow. It's like actually, you guys are brand new. Okay. Yeah. No. Wow. Let's spell it out. Yeah. No. I am a vampire.
Just because I know that you're a vampire, I get most of my information from like TV shows, like most people.
Right. Yeah. No.
Angel is an amazing show.
This type of information is actually, if I was, people, kindred out there who, if they knew I was telling you this, they would have me blood hunted and killed.
Yeah.
So this is a roundabout way of warning you, don't talk to people you don't trust about this, and to even know about it is a danger. But you're already up to your necks in this local politics, we'll call it, so you're already in a fair amount of danger, as evidenced by gestures to Radman on the gurney.
I'm sure
Zoned
if I go
out.
up to a random vampire and go blah blah blah, it's gonna end one of two ways, and hopefully it ends with laughter.
I feel like if you
Right,
walk up to anybody and do that, it's gonna end up two ways.
Do I have your permission to administer this treatment to your friend?
No, he has to consent.
He's asking us to consent because he's
I'm not gonna consent
incapacitated.
on somebody's behalf. You don't know him like that. I don't know him like that. I'm not his. I don't have the legal representation. Where are his parents?
What
Power
influence
of attorney.
would it give you over him?
The first
He
time,
hasn't signed
nothing.
For power of attorney, he hasn't signed
Nothing?
anything yet. Doesn't
Nothing.
he have like an emergency?
He might be a bit stronger and
contact?
faster than he's
Wallet or
used to,
something?
but that will wear off
Yes.
pretty quick.
Is it possible that he lives without this?
Oh, absolutely. He'll live without
Is this
no matter what.
addictive?
It's extremely addicting.
Oh,
I've
well,
messed things
shit.
up. But as with
drugs,
all addictive
kids.
substances, if I'm going to administer it while he is unconscious, he should, be able to avoid that nasty bit of side effect. It's bad. It's worse than crack. I've seen the most. There's horror stories you hear about this, and there's, like I said, risks involved. The reason I'm bringing this up is if he spends the night here, someone is going to try to kill him, and I cannot risk myself to get in the way of that. So I'm giving you the option to get him out.
How awake is I know he just came out of surgery, so he probably is like in that deep sleep. But
He's
there's
out of it.
oh
He's
damn
just
it.
in the recovery period, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we can wheel him out of here if we want to. It won't hurt him.
Well, there's the complications
he's-
after surgery of taking out bullets.
Correct. We do need to still monitor him, unless he had some form of supernatural healing. Thus, my option.
Guys,
I know a place we can take him, but
what?
it's the recovery part that's the problem.
Oh, so you don't know a doctor outside of this hospital?
No.
I was gonna ask Brody. Scully has done a minor bit in studying of the occult in general. It was kind of a part of his psychology minor. He kind of looked into it because he very much believes that people only really believe in those things because of that, like, it gives them a different perspective on life, which makes them feel like there's more purpose to them and all that. With his kind of, I guess, his psychology major kind of stuff with this, would he know anything about Radcliffe's I guess proclivity towards that type of things? He might even seen a video from Radcliffe talking about stuff like this. I don't know what I guess I'm shooting for. What would Scully know of the tone that Radcliffe would have towards becoming one of these things?
Okay, here's what we can do. I can wake him up, and we can ask him, but he is going to be in extreme pain. Are you okay with that?
It's better than the alternative.
All right. He goes to the desk drawer nearby, pulls out a syringe, and you see he sticks it in the... Oh, if he has morphine, he can't consent to anything. That's very important to you, isn't it, Mr. Lawyer? As he sticks a syringe into the IV drip and injects it,
Not the
stands
adrenaline.
back.
Anastasia, Radcliffe's gonna be a little injured, then you don't have to come in.
I'm already here. I'm
Radcliffe,
part of this.
go ahead and give me a stamina roll. Difficulty 7.
All of us?
No,
Radcliffe.
it's Radcliffe.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he just got shot up with fucking adrenaline.
Oof.
You are in extreme pain. You are on your back in a hospital bed. You feel your hands are tied, handcuffed to the bed. There's like a tightness across your chest. You have lines in your arms. It's the stereotypical beeping noise of the hospital around you. It's pain, like a deep burning in your chest. Every time you draw a breath, you feel something stretching in your chest. It hurts.
Okay. Oh, where am I? Ouch.
Take the hospital, man. I know you're fucked up right now, but we need your consent or not. Do you want to be turned into a blood-sucking, soulless vampire?
Whoa, whoa!
Shut up.
That no.
What's your current willpower?
That is amazing. Do you want to be turned into a blood-sucking, soulless vampire in front of the vampire? You said that. That is amazing. I love it.
You got some balls saying that shit.
What's your willpower?
5.
Let's see here. You feel your mouth shut. You are unable to open your mouth for a few seconds. Your friend, with 5 successes, it's on the order of minutes, or until he says, "Okay, you may speak again." He, for
so
instance,
to put it,
says, to put what your friend was trying to inform you of in more accurate terms, I would put you to sleep again. I would administer blood. You would wake up feeling refreshed, pain-free, and be able to leave here tonight safely, assuming the cops are fine with it.
and
Vampires
this isn't.
aren't real, man. I don't know what you're going on about. There's no proof of them.
Redman, he's
Hey,
standing right in front of you.
after all.
This is one of them. They are real. Oh, fuck. Do you want to be in pain or not? Or do you want to be given his blood and magically heal and move on? Or potentially be in this bed and be killed by the dirty ass cops of this town? It's your choice, man. That's why we kind of woke you up, because, like, we hadn't had this discussion beforehand of, like, how are you to be manipulated by the supernatural? Is that okay to call you that?
I didn't think you believed in that stuff, Anastasia.
I didn't.
But
until it started happening. Yeah, it got. I didn't at first. I thought it was all in movies, but it's real. Yay!
I guess he was right. After all, this town has something to it.
Oh yeah, it does. And if you take the yummy blood, you get to explore more of it, and if you want, you can totally post it on your website.
There's a downside to everything.
It might be slightly addictive.
The first one, the downsides are rather minor. You'll start feeling, you'll think of me fonder than you would otherwise. At that stage, though, that's all it would be. And you're not getting more after that.
Well,
Not
Doc,
for him.
you already fonded up the fact that you kept me alive.
Yes. Alright, do I have your permission?
Let's see.
I feel like I have no choice but to accept. It's either death or not.
I'm sorry. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, shit sucks. Alright, you're going back to sleep. He, takes a syringe and injects something else into your IV stand. You feel, he asks you to start counting back from 10. You get to 7 before your head hits the pillow.
I was gonna say, before I did start counting, I'd just say, don't trust Q, then I'm out.
This always looks a bit distasteful, but I promise it's fine. He draws a scalpel from his pocket and makes a long gash in the palm of his hand. He holds, Radman's mouth open, and squeezes out a few drops of blood. Could everyone go ahead and make me willpower checks?
I was about to say, can I just have her leave the room as soon as she saw the scalpel to his hand?
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to roll a willpower check.
Yeah, she just automatically starts walking out of the room like, nope, I'm good.
You both.
It did.
The second that you see that blood, it's brighter. It's more vibrant. There's more to it. There's a liveliness in it. And for just a brief moment, you both just want it. Like, you want that.
Oh, thank
but
God
you're
I
able
didn't
to-
look.
You're both able to kind of stem your impulse.
I don't believe in this nonsense.
I like my
Give it to me anyway. I don't believe in it, but give it to me anyway. Yeah, you watch as he drip feeds Radman a few drops of blood and begins slowly massaging his neck to make sure he swallows it all. But even in his sleep, his unconscious stupor, Radman is, taking it all in. Even before anything else is injected, Radman's eyes shoot open. You are now awake. Go ahead and remove all of your injury. Oh, and also, Dr. Porter would never do anything to hurt you. You don't know why you were even scared of him.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave and allow that officer back in the room. You can begin speaking again as well. You're gonna want to keep him somewhere safe, around other people, that sort of thing. Stereotypical stuff. Not all cops, not all cops are bad. Some are very bad, though.
I know one.
Oh.
Cooper.
He checks your IV and sees how much morphine they were giving you. Just like, okay, well, right, that might have been a bit much. Alright, well, as it stands right now, he'll make a full recovery. Look at him, he's fine. He's already recovered. I'm a brilliant doctor. Now, if you excuse me, I have other business to attend to.
You're gonna send the charge nurse in with the discharge papers?
Yes, but that's, only half the story, as I keep alluding to.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave. You may figure the rest of this out. I'm probably almost certainly going to try to collect on this favor later.
And I'm guessing money isn't on the table.
Money's
No,
always on
right.
No. Money's always on the table. Like, the hospital desperately needs funding. But no, that's neither here nor there. Like, I can get money if I need it, kind of thing. There are things you guys can do that I could need help with. Right, yeah, sorry. Again, sorry about the family, Scully. Your friend will make a full recovery here. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you to it. You all have a good evening. Stay safe out there. And he leaves. And as he leaves, the cop walks in. I think we're going to go ahead and call the session there, as Radman... God, Dr. Porter's so nice. You kind of just want to go say thank you, Just go say thank you and go hang out with him, just cool guy.
I need to spend more
Can't
time
believe you
with
turn
him.
into a bloodsucker.
So yeah, that's all that was. I'm gonna go ahead and get XP up. Any questions?
Yeah,
All right. Let me get this XP up.